right, recording back. And for those of you watching this is in 2 pieces. The recording gonna be in 2 pieces, so I had shut it down for something. But anyway, when you do this, see what you're getting? You're getting the value from any single of the crystal. So, alright, so once you do this, I'm gonna do this a little bit faster. Just got a few things to take care of. Alright, so now we got this. One thing to mention, when you're getting value like this, you're gonna store this into number or something like this. How about that? When you're getting value like this, make sure that this value you're getting is an actual number, because you don't want to be adding stuff and it's not the right number. To do this, you can do type of num, and let's see what we got. You click, you see it's a string, so it's not a number. When you click on it, it's a string, so adding them together will not make the math as you were expecting. For example, if I say, hey, whichever number I clicked on, for example, I could say something like result over here. Result. And I said, whichever number I clicked on, I'm going to take result plus equal to that number. And then we're just going to console log result. And let's see what we got. Well, oops, I think let's console log result and see what we got. See, undefined 5 11. So and all right, let's try this now. I think that should be shorter. Yep, I know it. All right, so I'm gonna delete this result. How come this is coming with undefined? I should not. Undefined. Okay. Result, of course, is not undefined. Setting this crap. Okay, hold on. So anyway, long story short is this is what we're getting. For example, if we say result is equal to num plus 5. If we want to add 5 to whatever we're adding, let's try what happened. See, it's a 95, 55, so it's not doing the math as we're expecting. What we need to do is convert this guy, like taking all this guy, convert it into a number. We're going to say parse int, that's how you convert them into a number, and pass this guy into. And now if we try to console log this, that's going to be, you see, 15, it's going to be 16, real math going on. And we could even console log this number to make sure we're accurate. Say something like this. Loss. Alright, so let's do something like this. You see? Set 3 plus 5 is equal 8. 7 plus 5 is equal 12. You see? Things are working as expected. Now, any questions so far? You guys feel good? Alright, so it should adding with the previous keys though. So all we need to do now is we need to set up a counter. Or we can call this previous, something like this, previous, whatever. And then we're just gonna be adding stuff like this. Oops, after we click, we got that number. We'll say previous. I believe it's equal to num. And let's console log previous and see what we got. And it's previous. Let's see this work. I don't remember how I used to do this. Not a number. Hold on. Loss equal. Let's try this. Not a number. I think it's equal to this. I think so. Let's try. No. Okay, hold on. and I believe it's, I used to do this. Okay, adding number. Okay, that's fucked up. Okay, I got start. All right, so increment number by 5. Oh fuck, I forgot JavaScript. All right, so let's try this. So yeah, plus v plus 4. Yeah. Preverse plus num. Okay, let's try type of num is equal to what? Should be equal to a number because we convert into a number. Yeah, it's equal to a number. All right. So we should be preverse. Oh, because this guy is not a number, so we can set this guy to 0. How about that? Okay, sweet. Okay, now we should console log. Where is it? We should console log this guy now. Preverse and remove this. There you go. Try this. 5, 14. You see that? So it's working. The only difference is we were trying to console log undefined plus a number. So it should be 0 and then you keep adding. You see this? I was like, yeah, this is right. So before we go any further, any questions how this is working? The reason this doesn't work is because remember, when we have something like this, it's equal to undefined. Now when you're trying to plus undefined with a number, it's of course equals something. Oh, like this guy? Yeah. Yeah, this is going to change when if we lose, the thing's gonna reset, right? So yeah, so we haven't get to that point yet. I think yeah, this should be this one, but every single time we win or loss, I think this pseudocode needs to be going down. There you go. So we've done this, we've done this, we've done this. So the one that's keeping track of it is the preverse. Okay, so we should do something else. Everything else will be going on inside of here, by the way. So this is going to be until it equals to blah blah blah. Until it equals to the random number. Okay, so now we're gonna do a conditional logic. So we said if it's greater than random result, which is this guy. So we're gonna do an if statement over here. We're gonna say if random result is if preverse, sorry, it's greater than, that means it's greater than, say something like you lost, something like this. You lost. Well, another if else if, sorry, else if it's equal, and random result, then you win. So any questions so far regarding my conditional logic? So I think everybody's good. If there's any question, let me know. So we're kind of following if it's greater than the random generator, then we decrement or loss counter. We haven't lost counter yet, but we just console logging and making sure. 75. Oops, we need to console log that previous numbers. Hold on. There you go. So we got something like this. All right, 75. Boom, 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 boom. All right, 71. When I do this, it say, hey, you lost, because it's not equal. And then you see this, 3, 6. Oh, these guys are 3. You know what? Let's do this. Hold on. I need to do something else. I'm gonna go Crystal to see those number in person. Random. Cheating, guys, but I'll be honest. All right, so sweet. 10, 10. What's the math? Okay. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Oh, whoosh. All right, hold on. Okay, we got this. Dun, 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 dun. Whoa, 89. Oh, okay, hold on, guys. I'm not good with math. 5 times 4, 50 and 53. You see? So it's working. So the only thing I need to do now is, you see this counter? We're gonna increment this guy by I think they need to be this too as well. We're gonna starting at 0. All right, so when the user lost, we need to grab the lost thing and decrement it. Oops. And then, all right. And then with the user lost, we also need to grab the win and add it. And what we can do now inside our HTML, we can add something like this. Now 2p. Come on, dude. We can add one over here. Say ID. This first one is going to be win. Second one is going to be lost. And this is where we're keeping track of the result. And after this, we're going to grab this guy saying win, HTML, win. And over here, we're going to do the same thing. And this is going to be lost. All right, so we got something like this, working good. That should work as expected. Let's see. All right, we got 93, 97. I think that's too much. All right, 40. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, we can do this. Yeah, and then boom, you see that? That's 1. Okay, so now when we win, if we win once, then we should reset the game. Then, you know, if we lost, then we should also reset the game. Like by resetting basically means that, you know, these guys should be, having a new number. So one thing we could easily do, let me grab this guy over here. So we're gonna grab this guy. Hold on. Crystal HTML. Okay. So what we're gonna do is very simple. We'll wrap this guy into a function. Start game. Oops. There you go. Oops. Really? Hold on. Very simple. So I feel like everything's good to go. Is that right? Yep. Sounds like it. So we're gonna wrap this guy into a function. Remember, this is the one that's resetting the game. So we're gonna say start game, have a function, wrap this into a function, and make our function, oops, reusable. So when this is going to start the game, and of course we're gonna start the game by running this function. And also, we don't want to reset the game. Hold on. This is going to start the game. Okay. All right, now we're gonna build a reset. Now, if we just want to make sure this is right. Okay, hold on. And if the user equal to loss or win, then let's start the game. Let's start it. Basically, the way what we're saying is, hey, let's generate a new random number. And just call the reset and start. How about that? Reset and start. Call this and let's try this. Hold on, I'll explain this if this works. Alright, so let's try this. So what we're expecting is, okay, 54, 56. Whoa, that's not good. Okay, so what we really need to do in that case is, one thing we need to clear out here is before we add this guy, we need to clear them. So we're gonna grab the crystal and then we're gonna empty them. All right, how about that? Okay, let's, oh snap, it's not good. Oh yeah, when we run this function, we need to empty them here. There you go. Like, there you go. All right, so we got 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 90, 96, and 97. You see? So we win. This generate a new number, and this guy change. Let's try it again. So we got 11, 11. Oops. Okay, hold on. Why it's not console log again? I don't think it's working no more. Okay, because having some sort of weird issue. Hold on. So this is entering the crystal. This is resetting. All right. So this is generating a random number. This is putting that random number in the code. This is generating 4 crystal. This is a random number for every single crystal. Putting that random thing into the crystal. All right. That sounds good. Okay, and we start the game over here. When we click, this is going to do this to turn them into a number, add this, console log this, and then do this, and decrease this, put this gap. Oh, that should be lost. Okay, we start the game and we start the game. All right, let's try this one more time. 27. Okay, so we win. This generate a new number. Okay, when I click it again, it doesn't work. If we win, we want to run this whole function again. Like, this is gonna run, put this guy over here, run this guy again. Why is it not working? And then put lost over here. Okay. Interesting. Oh, okay. I think got it. I think I see that. Okay. Snap, I forgot this. All right, let's try this. Don't worry about this guy. I'll call this event delegation. I'm glad this comes thing. I'm like, why? Because it's event delegation in JavaScript with things. Should have fixed that things. All right, let's try this. Okay. I have no clue this what's gonna happen. Okay, 72. All right, so this generate new things. When I do this, yep, there you go. Now, this is where we need to reset stuff. Oops. Yeah. So this is where we need to reset stuff. And remind me to mention about event delegation. This is something that's really important to JavaScript. I'm glad this occurs. All right, so now after, if we lost, this is where we need to reset the game. Like, we're gonna build something like reset thing. This is gonna be the full restart. I think so. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Things getting right. So what we need to reset is so we're gonna reset. Well, we need to reset. What is, okay, when we click this, come on, I thought it was, okay. Yeah, okay, so this is, oh, this number is going over, so that's this guy. Okay, submission number, it's still adding. All right, so this guy, the previous thing is adding. So when we lost, we're gonna make previous is equal to 0. That's it. When we win again, we're gonna say this guy is equal to 0. That's it. We don't even need to write a reset function. That's it. All right, let's try this. This should fully work. 10, 10, 10 again. I guess we lost. All right, guys, sorry. Okay, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 30, 35, and 39. Oh, yeah, okay. It takes a second, I guess. It loads my browser slow. So this is when, then it generates a new number. You see? So it starts counting from 0. And then, okay. Oh, I lost already? Hold on, I don't understand. Hold on, let me try it. Refresh again. Refresh. Come on, keep getting that high number. Okay, there you go. 40. Okay. 44, 46. I win. Thank you. New number. 5, 5, 5, 5, 25, 40, 45, 48, 49. There you go. Now it's working. Okay, it's working fine. Let's go again. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 55, 60. Yep, it's working. 65. Now let's lose. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 8. Okay, I lost and it generated a new number. Okay, I think that's I think it's fully working now. 95, 91, let's close again. Okay, yep, that's working. All right, so let me kind of explain this guy. I think this is really one of the most important things into jQuery, but that's pretty much our application. And before I even explain the event delegation, let me kind of explain this. Setup, what I'm having here. So I put this into a function, and what this is doing is this is emptying the crystal, generating a new result things, and adding this to the DOM. This is looping 4 times, and every single time creating a random number, and then creating the div for the random number, add this attribute into it, one class, on random, and this is putting them to the DOM. This is the crystal where we're sending everything back, and we're invoking this function when the page load. So if we don't have it like this, then when this page load, we don't have nothing. So because we run it when the page load, every single thing inside this function is going to run. So when we got this, everything wrong. Now what we do is, which everything including this, including every single number. So what we do is, when we check if blah blah blah, if whatever we adding, we keeping adding, if it's greater than this, we lost, we put this to the DOM, and then we run this whole function again for it to empty the things, generate a new number, and then putting them to the DOM again, and then all this is happening every single time we lost. And every single time we win, this is happening again. So that's why I wrap it up into a function, because it's reusable now, and this is one of the good use of a function. You see, 1 time and then 3 times. I call this 3 times. And all right, back to event delegation. Now in jQuery, not in JavaScript. In jQuery, they have this bug called event delegation. What this is, let me kind of break it down for you. Over here, and this is really important when you're going forward, okay? Event delegation, you should write this down. So what this really means is, whenever the page load, for example, when the page loads, like when this page load, it finds this like all these to work with it. Like it find this box, it find this box, it find this box, it find this box, and everything's good. Well, what happened is when this page load, that's when it's putting all these things inside. Well, after the page load, everything that it's a little bit confusing, but bear with me. So when the page load, should I do it another way for you to break? Okay, I'll try this. So when the page load, which we put these things over here, well, this click button, like this click button over here, find this crystal class to work with. So the bottom line is, let me actually do this. Let me delete this guy over here. So when the page load, which is when the page load, we got a class named Crystal. Like every single one of them has a Crystal class to work with. So we could pretty much grab any Crystal class, we can work with them. So that's when the page load. Well, when the page load, after the page load, we were able to grab the Crystal class and work with it, right? Well, what happened is after the user win, actually, let me do this. Hold on. I'm gonna delete all of this so to break it down for you. Okay. So let's do this. When we click this, when we click the button, when we click this button, now the page doesn't load. What happened is this delete everything and a new element is coming in the DOM. So let me say it again. When we click the button, not when the page load, when we click this button, this delete the old element and a new element is coming inside. Let me actually do this. All right. So do this. All right, let's do this. All right, let's do this. All right, check this out. Oops. What's the best way to do this? Trying to explain it the best way because it's a little bit confusing. I really want you guys to get it. All right, anyway, when the page load, this run, which is every single thing over here. First, it deletes the old element that this guy's been creating. Now, when the click button execute, or when we run the click button, the page doesn't load, but this run. And what this run is, when this run, it emptied the old element and it brings the new element to the DOM. Well, here's the most important things about jQuery. Whenever you're working with jQuery, when a new element, for example, when something new comes into the page, for example, if I go 6666666, oops, actually I think, let me go back here, there you go. When you're working with jQuery, for example, when you do something like this, you know, going, oops, yeah, this is keeping going. When something new, like after this execute, when something new come in the page, well, the button will no longer be able to listen to it. Let me say it again. For example, let's try this. I think that's a really good example. All right, 48. Check this out. 28, 40, 42, right? So when I hit 7, this going to add a new element, and all these 4 boxes, it's going to be new element added. Like when I click this, you see 49, this number changed, and a new box is happening in the DOM. Well, the click button, and that's how it works in jQuery. Click button cannot be listened to any new element that's come in the DOM. So the bottom line is this will no longer work with the new element that's coming. For example, these guys are the new element. If I click this, you see, nothing happened. Like, you guys might not hear me here clicking it. I hope you hear now. Anyway, but the bottom line is this click button will no longer listen to any new element that's coming in the DOM. And this is really important, okay? This is really important. This whole scenario, it's called event delegation, okay? So what you really need to do in this case is, instead of listening to this button, you listen to the actual DOM. And then after the click button, you pass whatever new or old element you think that will be coming or that was there. For example, now we say, hey, we're gonna listen to the old element, and then we keep going 60. All right, you see 66. This is the new element, and we say, hey, whatever new element that's coming on the DOM, go ahead and listen to it too. And now I say, hey, you see, it's working now. Does that make sense? If this makes sense, type yes, or if this doesn't, type no. And this is called event delegation in jQuery. All right, so any questions? You guys feel good? All right, the only thing missing, I think, it's adding this previous thing. You're gonna do something like this for it. So I do after the crystal, give this guy an ID, previous, something like this. And then we're gonna grab this guy over here, previous, and we're just gonna put this guy over here, previous, and also add this guy. After we click this guy, start this guy over, and we're gonna start this guy over. So we got something like this. Alright, so we got something like this. See? You see it's adding. So we could see it real live. And where the heck is it? And also we can add this guy when the page load as well. So you can pretty much add this guy into this function. Oh, to make things, oh, that would make life easier. Okay. Oh, that's not much easier. So we add this guy in here, we delete this guy. Yeah, we leave this guy in here, we delete this guy over here because it's happening inside this function. No one need to clear this out, and we just run this out. Let's try it out now. 0, boom, 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 boom. We lost. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see what we got. 50, 68, 11. We win, and they set to 0. So we could pretty much say something like, where is it? Previous thing. We could say something like, total score something like this. Alright, and then over here we could say the same thing, total score. Alright, and then we could say something like, you know, just add some descriptive mention. You lost that many times. We could say something like, you win. Okay, so we got this. This is all good. All right, I think that's pretty much descriptive. Okay, we got this. And now we can hide the numbers, no more tricky things. Where's the number I was adding? Where was I adding this number? Okay, there you go. I think I was adding them over here. I think you can hide this number. There you go. Boom, number is hiding. All right, to the score. Oh, what the heck? To the score. Of course, it needs to be adding numbers in there. Come on, dude. Plus. There you go, plus. All right, what else? I think that's it. See that? Then, oh, you win. Yep, I think you win. And then you lost. There you go. Should be all good. You win. Oh, I win. Okay, sweet. And that's pretty much our application. You lost. I don't need to put. I don't think I need to decrement this. I think I need to add how many times I lost. All right, so let's keep going. Okay, you win. Sweet. So good at math. Man. Okay. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah. So that's pretty much how it games, guys. Any questions? Everybody feels okay, and you can feel free to add any questions. Now, if for some reason you wanted to add some sort of images to them, we're gonna build this together if you want to. For example, if you wanted images, you have 4 of them, so you can have an array of subs. So you can have something like this, 4. All right, so we're gonna be grabbing 4 things. I grab myself as one of them. Like let's just grab Crystal. Hold on. Crystal. All right, you're just gonna grab some Crystal, okay? So I'm gonna pop this guy in. Come on, dude. No, I don't want you to be like this. Just 4 Crystal. We're gonna pop this guy. That's 2. And then we're gonna grab this guy. That's fine, whatever. That's 3. And then we're gonna pop this guy. It's like 4. So if you want to do something like this, you could pretty much copy this link. That might be the best way to go with it. Just gonna just gonna keep it clean. There you paste this guy in here. It's fine. And paste this guy in here. It's fine. Close this guy. Paste this guy in here. And paste this guy in here. Whichever way you want it to. And that's fine. So you got this 4 crystal that's been generating 4 times. So what you really want to do now is inside this crystal, I think it's source called what? I think it's image. Yeah, okay, hold on, I think I got this one. Okay, so we need to do CSS. We're gonna grab the crystal again, and we do CSS. Oops. Alright, so we do CSS and background image for CSS. And then I think it's a URL, something like this. This should be something like this, guy, by the way. This is a lot of crazy things. Hold on. Okay, plus. It's weird, but alright, so you do something like this, and I'll explain you why I did this. And then you pass images .i into it. So you pass every single images over there, and let's try to run this and see what happens. Nothing happened. I don't think this is being applied. Let's give them a background color. Try this. Okay, yeah, it's being applied. Alright, let's test our images and make sure these guys are correct. Yep, I think it's the image were probably too big. Let's give them every image width of probably 50 pixels. See what we got. Something like this. Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry guys, I messed up. There you go. This should be here. This should be. here. I think so. Yeah, I think so. All right, let's try this. There you go. Okay. The only thing missing now is background cover. There you go. How about that? Nice and clean. And then I think that's pretty much it. You could head over to JavaScript, give the speedos, you know, border width is 4 pixels probably. Something like this, and give this guy some sort of black shadow. 5 pixel, 5 pixel, 5 pixel. Yeah. Something like this. Very fancy. You could do something like this. Pretty stuff. Over. We're gonna copy this guy, make it a little bit bigger, probably 15 inch or something like this. And let's give this guy a mouse over cursor. Pointer goes a little bit, and we could say something like width. What the width? Actually, padding 10 pixel padding, something like this. I think it's just too big. Padding. I think it's looking weird, but let's fix this guy with a nice transition. Forgot transition. Let's look it up real quick. Transition CSS. How it works is you set transition. Okay, there you go. That's all I needed. Transition, you set, for this one, we're going to set black shadow 2 seconds. And I'm going to copy this guy and do the same thing for here. Let's try this guy here now. You see this? Oh, very smoothly. And probably 1 second. That might be the best. And pin, yeah, we could do a little bit crazy. Translate. Where the heck is that? Search for it. Translate. And, oops. There you go. Come on. Translate. Transform. Okay, that's what we needed. Okay, transform, translate. There you go. So we want this guy to be here. Translate, transform 50 pixel. Let's see how this looks like so far. Okay, we don't want that. We want this to be here. Alright, so translate probably 5 pixel, probably 5 pixel again. Just putting some crazy stuff over there. And we could make this guy go probably 50 pixel. Might not be the best thing, but go down probably even 80. And of course we'll be making this guy go a little bit smoother. So we'll do comma, transform, and we'll go 2 seconds. Alright, let's try this. Here. There you go, fantastic. Club this guy, put it here. Doing some magic with CSS guy tonight. Okay, hold on. this. There you go. Let's try this. It says like, hey man, sure. Yep. So that's about it, guys. Any questions? Quick pings. We'd love to hear some feedbacks. I'm gonna ping this out, and I'm gonna send this to general. Was this helpful? Is this was? You guys can hit thumbs up. If it was, you guys can hit thumbs down. Just make sure. And one last thing to do for you guys, just gonna go ahead, push this to GitHub. I just want to see this guy hit 5. If this wasn't 4, there you go. 3. Create a new repo. We got 3 more. We're gonna create a new repo called one last one. Oops. Oops. Yeah, actually, if this was bad. Okay, sweet. We got the 5 one. All right. So one last thing to do this, we're gonna push this to. We're gonna call this Crystal Collector. And Crystal Collector. Boom. Make this private. Copy this bad boy. Go here. See what we got. Git remote. You see this remote? I got like 3 now. So we're gonna add this guy. Git commit. Crystal Collector. And push. Oops, I didn't add that right. Git remote. Add. We're gonna call this Crystal. Boom. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna be pushing to this guy. So we're gonna give push origin crystal master. Oops. Oh yeah, I have no origin. Sorry, it's crystal. Boom. There you go. And push. Boom. And add a readme, of course. It's already there. And this should be where you guys. So just like this out. Just go over your this code. Now for next week, just go over this and see how I do it. Very short, like 90 lines of code. See how I do it. It's pretty straightforward. You guys can things that we've covered, except understand this is turning this into a number, and you know, adding numbers to this, and I'll leave some comments, but that's pretty much it. Start the game again, and that's not the best comment for it. But that's pretty much it. You'll find the pseudocoding. That's how I pseudocoded it. You see, we build the game based on this, and that's pretty much it. Any question before we head out? All right, well, you guys have a great night, and see you shortly.